Ladies and gentlemen, we're thinking again, and we're back to Aretha, and Aretha has scolded us for not thinking since the last time we met. She wants me to repeat it again. Think what they are doing to us. Now we want to look at some of the real priorities in America today. In terms of foreign affairs, America faces a big problem. Most people in the world today, most countries, and the populations, they don't trust America. They used to always trust America. That's changed. Why? The invasion of Iraq. So maybe some of the candidates say that's the past. Don't go into the past. You must look at the past in order to be able to ensure the proper steps in the future. If you close your eyes to Abraham Lincoln and to Ronald Reagan and Teddy Roosevelt and Kennedy, if you do not look at the past, the mistakes, how will you be prepared to prevent them from occurring again? This is just common sense. So we want to know how to repair the damage. The damage comes from various sectors, but the crux is Iraq. One of the greatest things that could ever happen to America is to withdraw the troops from Iraq. Why? Because the entire Middle East, the entire of Europe, the entire of Asia would begin to say, America is changing. Now I'll tell you what will really accelerate the acceptance and the goodwill of America. I don't think any president would do it, but it would show America that this is, show the world it's a new day, as well as the American public. What about apologizing to the world? What about apologizing to the people of Iraq for invading their country without permission? And you say, well, why would we do that? The Iraqis love us. They say that we've liberated them. Do you realize that some 2 to 4 million Iraqis, while we speak, are in camps? They used to live in houses. They used to be accustomed to running water. They used to be accustomed to food and feeding their children and going to school and having an ordinary life, even though there were constraints imposed by Saddam Hussein. But whatever Saddam Hussein did is nothing compared to these refugee camps where they can go nowhere. Food is scarce. They're losing weight. They're seeing their children with disease. Check any source of review. They will tell you the majority of Iraqis want Americans out. If you were to apologize as a government, as a president, and say this was a mistake, one seeking to be elected said, if I could get my vote back again. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot get your vote back again, but you could apologize. Why would you want your vote back? Because you made a mistake. Your judgment was not good on this occasion. So you would like to get your vote back so people could have confidence in your judgment. So if you would like to communicate with the public, to tell them that you really made a mistake, the simple way to do it, the way you teach your children, is first think. You want the people to know you made a mistake. What do you teach your children to do when they make mistakes? Apologize. Why would it be so terrible for the United States government in the form of the president to say, we made a mistake. We invaded Iraq without permission. And we got hurt as a result. The Iraqi people got hurt as a result. And the pain and the suffering continues until now. We are going to leave after our apology. We're going to make amends. And we're going to help those 3-4 million refugees in camps come back to their homes. There was was almost no Al-Qaeda in Iraq. You had some small number in Afghanistan. Why would you attack Iraq? Because you thought Iraq had nuclear, and you found out they didn't. You thought they had weapons of mass destruction. You found out they did not. The people who paid the price are in the refugee camps, or in the graveyards. How would a simple apology hurt the prestige of America? Unless America is characterized by arrogance and false boasting, it can do nothing but help the world say, America's back. This is America. America can make mistakes like anyone, but when you make a mistake, apologize. Well, the contenders are generally saying no. They're saying to, what is the gentleman's name? Barack Obama? They're saying there's someone in Chicago, a Muslim leader, who says bad things, and he said something good about you, so we want you to scold him. Disassociate yourself. Repudiate him. But America is not prepared to adopt the same standard. And Obama did. He said, I disassociate, I repudiate. Will you authorize Barack to apologize to the people of Iraq? If you did that one small thing, the world would start saying, America's back. They're setting a new stage for a new world, for a new globalization. Why not think? Without goodwill, you can't be. Let's look at another sector. When they talk about experience, the American people have rarely, in the history of this country, elected a military person to the presidency of the United States. Just go back in history. George Washington, yes. Dwight Eisenhower, yes. And both of them did a pretty good job. But not good enough for the Americans to say, let's keep military people heading up the government. And just before Eisenhower retired, he gave the speech of a lifetime. It wasn't the kind of speeches that soldiers usually give. They're trained to be obedient, listen to orders, don't ask questions. Dwight Eisenhower said, I'm leaving office, but I want to tell you something. Be very, very careful. The military-industrial complex will destroy America. Be careful. That's my last speech to you. Be careful. Why? They're stuck in the past. They're trained every day to kill. They're trained for confrontation and aggression. They see innocent things in their mind and become threats. Remember when there was some kind of confusion between Americans and the Iranians out in the waters? There were threats. Americans immediately say, look, be careful. But what about when there were problems with Russia and America in the sky? They said, oh, it was a mistake. There was no ranting, no raving. Power. We must be consistent with the exercise of power. Or power will corrupt, and great power will corrupt greater. I want you to keep thinking. Let's come back again soon.